you saw at the beginning of the opening, we were decorating our Christmas tree. Yay! So you guys actually get to see something other than me just talk about books and sitting here in my book room. I got 2 books today, and then I'll tell you about what I'm reading. So I got Faithless in Death by J.D. Robb. Or Rob, I always say it wrong. This is, I forget what number this one is. Can't remember. But I'm behind on her. I was ahead or right on schedule, but I didn't get the last 2. But now I got this one, so I need to get 1 more that's been out this year, and then I think usually like February, March time frame, she should have another one if she's still doing her same schedule. But this one is with Eve Ann Rorick, and it's the future, and she's a detective, and he's a millionaire, and he's he's like the most powerfulest guy, you know, and everything in that world, or at least in that city, if you want to, I don't know, maybe the world, but yeah. And this one has to do with this girl. I mean, of course, there's someone's dead, and this one lady found her, but for some reason it took her over an hour or something like that. Yeah, it says that the woman who called 911, the details don't add up. It says Gwen Huffman is wealthy, elegant, tearful over the trauma of finding the body. Tearful over, yeah. But why did it take her an hour to report it? And why is she lying about little things? Says as Eve and her team look into it, they find that the lies go well beyond murder, and soon they're getting the FBI involved in a case that involves a sinister, frantical, how do you say that word? Frantical group and a stunning criminal conspiracy. I love her books, but I have not got, like I said, this one, and now I got to get the other one. Tells you of what? Forgotten in Death. Forgotten in Death is the one that just came out like in September, October that I didn't get to. This one came out like last February or March. It just came out in paperback, so I just got the paperback. But yeah, and I got the last book that I needed in the Green Creek series by T.J. Klune, and that's Brother Song. And this is with Carter and Bennett, I believe. Yeah, Bennett. Oh, okay, Bennett is okay, never mind. I'm saying it wrong. There's Bennett and Gavin, I think. I can't remember if it's I'm not sure. I could be wrong. I don't know. It's kind of confusing me. I don't think it will spoil anything really for the third one, so I'll just read what it says. It says, in the ruins of Caswell, Maine, Carter Bennett learned the truth of what had been right in front of him the entire time, and then it was gone. Desperate for answers, Carter takes to the road, leaving family and the safety of his pet behind, all in the name of a man he only knows as a feral wolf. But therein lies the danger. Wolves are packed animals, and the longer Carter is on his own, the more his mind slips towards the endless void of Omega insanity. But he pushes on, followed by the trail left by Gavin. Gavin, the son of Robert Livingston, the half-brother of Gordo Stone. What Carter finds will change the course of the wolves forever, because Gavin's history with the Bennett pack goes back further than anyone knows, a secret kept hidden by Carter's father, Thomas Bennett. And with this knowledge comes a price. The sins of the father now rest upon the shoulders of their sons. This one sounds like it's going to be the most powerful one and most heartbreaking, so we shall see. I'm so excited. I still got to read Raven Song, which I'm like 170 something pages in, but haven't picked it up since September, I think, or October. So yeah, but I need to pick that up and finish it. Then I need to finish Heart Song, I think the third one is, and then the Brother Song. So those are the 2 books I got today. And then I will show you real quick the 2 books I'm currently reading. So I was going to read, oh God, no, I forgot what it's called. Glittered, whatever it is, Gilded. That's it, Gilded by, oh gosh, Marissa Meyer, I think. and I can't get into it. I was so bored. I picked that for like the retelling, the fairy tale retelling for Melanie's readathon, but I couldn't get into it, so I picked up instead for that prompt A Curse So Dark and Lonely by Bridget Khmer, and I'm really enjoying this. I got to page 68. Yeah, so far so good with that one. And I am reading, I can't remember if I talked about this during last week. I know I was going to talk about it. I was going to do a weekend reading vlog, but I got sick and I just didn't feel up to it. But I've been reading The Spanish Love Deception by Elena Arams. And I'm really liking this so far. I'm on 126. So these are the 2 books that I'm going to try to finish this week. So I'm hoping to read some more later, and when I do, I will update you either later today or tomorrow. But I'll talk to you guys all later. Hi, everybody. So I started reading more in A Curse So Dark and Lonely. I forgot where I said I was. I think I was like on page 70 the last time I updated you guys. 60, 70, I don't remember. I just finished page 150. So I am now on chapter 18. I'm really enjoying it so far. At first, I wasn't sure how I felt about Harper, but now I'm starting to like her a lot more. At first, she kind of got on my nerves. I don't know why, but she did. I like Ren because he just seems like you see what you get with him, I guess. That's what I feel like so far. Sorry, Rowan's under the table. That's why I'm trying to hold the thing. But to me, he seems more like you know what you're getting. You know what I mean? Like he tells you things that, whatever you want to say. I don't know how to explain it, but I like him. And Gray, which is his, I guess you could say bodyguard in a certain sense. He's probably my favorite. And I think that happened a lot of people that read this book said that, at least in this book, I don't know about his story, but at least in this one, I know a lot of people loved him and were really wanting his story. So I'm curious about his story, but I don't know if, some people didn't like his story that much, or who he gets with. I don't know who he gets with. I know she's somebody that has to do with another character in here or something like that. Maybe, I'm not really sure, but I'm not sure who she is. I don't know if it's the lady that cursed, if she's related to the lady that cursed Ren, I don't know. But I just know that she's somebody that she's the daughter or something, or somehow related to the person, somebody that's in this one, so, yeah. Yeah, so far it feels like it felt earlier like a 4-star. I mostly so far tabbed stuff that had to do with the cursed, even like what their age is and why their age is that way, you know what I mean? So, because their age has to do with the curse, So, I got a couple of darker purples, which is like it's going to be like their history or just things I want to remember about like the past or something like that, or his past that has nothing to do with the curse, or, you know what I mean? More like the history, yeah, of other things. But, so I don't know what else to say right now, really. This will probably be the last update for tonight, and then I don't know if I'm going to read anymore tonight. I have my hot stuffed chips that I'm going to get ready to snack on, and I'm going to watch a video or two because I haven't watched any YouTube. So, I don't think I will update you guys anymore tonight, but I will update you sometime tomorrow. I might put this one down tomorrow and read some more in the Spanish Love Deception, because I haven't picked that up in a couple of days because I've been sick, and I was really liking it before I got sick. Yesterday, even though I was sick, I wanted to start this one to make sure I was going to like it, and I'm really liking it, so I'm glad I picked it up since Gilded is not keeping my interest, and I just don't think I'm going to like it. Yeah. but this is definitely good so far. It's not like mind-blowing. It's not like, oh my god, it's going to be a 5 or 6 star, but you could change. You never know. But right now, it's not feeling that way. And usually I have a pretty good idea when it's going to be a 6 star or even a 5 star. And this just right now just feels like a 4. It doesn't feel like a 3 because 3 is like really boring, but it's boring enough. I mean, but I still want to read it even though it's kind of boring. You know what I mean? What Gilded was just like, no, I just can't handle Gilded. I think it was just too flowery too, like it's too, I don't know what the word, I guess it's flowery, I don't know. But anyways, that's why I quit reading it. I don't know if I'll ever pick it back up, to be perfectly honest. At first I was like, it's not a DNF forever, just for right now, but the more I think of it, the more I'm like, I don't know if I have any desire to pick it up ever again, which is sad, because when I first heard about Gilded and it was a Rumpelstiltskin retelling, I was so excited, and yeah. So, anyways, I'm going to let you guys go, and I'll update you guys tomorrow. And I hope you guys have a good night. Hi, everybody. It's after midnight, so it is Tuesday, the 7th. I'm getting ready to go to bed in a few minutes, but I wanted to give you an update. I read some in the Spanish Love Deception. It's getting really good. It's been good, don't get me wrong, but I'm really loving it now. They're getting ready to go to the wedding, which I'm sure is when it's really going to start going really good. But I just love Aaron. So I definitely can understand why people like him. Yeah. And I've been tabbing a little bit. Not too much yet, but I have a feeling like during the wedding and him meeting the family and stuff like that is when I'm really going to start tabbing. But I just like Aaron. There's just something about him that is just like making me like all giggly. So I'm liking that. I really like, I forget her name, Catalina? I really like her a lot. Really a lot. She's pretty cool. Even though she does, look at her. She ain't even, like, she's skinny. Look at that. But well, I don't know if that would be considered spoilers, but so spoiler warning, just in case. So don't watch if you want to read this and you think, and this could be a spoiler, but it could also be a trigger warning as well. So either if you don't want to be spoiled, or if you think it might be a spoiler, or if you don't like trigger warnings. So she used to date this one person and they broke up, but he's going to be at the wedding, part of the wedding for a certain reason. And she's all like, she wants to lose weight and all this stuff. And there's a part in the book where she didn't eat, and when she did, it was only a tiny bit, and she fainted, and he found her when she was unresponsive, and he had to give her part of a granola bar again because he gave her one another time. Yeah, so just be prepared for that, just in case, if you have any like what you call it with stuff like that, triggers for that, because I know that people suffer from anorexia, however you say the word, and stuff like that. So if you think that's gonna trigger you, just know that's in there. But I really like Aaron, and I do like Catalina. Excuse me. But yeah, I am really liking it. I really like Aaron, and like I said, I really like Catalina, and I like Catalina's friend. I can't think of her name. I'm blanking on her friend's name. And I can't wait to like spend more time with her family because we only like see them in like her mom and dad talk to her. So I thought it was her mom and dad, but maybe it was just her mom. I can't remember if it was the dad too, but I know at least the mom talked to her. And yeah, I think it was just the mom. And yeah, I thought that was cute. And then there's some other parts in here where we like see her sister, is it? Or whatever she is that she's standing up for at the wedding. Let's see, let me find it. Yeah, sister's wedding. So yeah, it is her sister. I thought it was, but I just wanted to make sure. So yeah. So that's where we're going to now. It's the party, the wedding stuff. So yay. And he thought that he was going there just to, this ain't a spoiler. So into spoilers. But he thought he was just going there when he first proposed it. He thought he was just going there as a date. He didn't realize that she was telling everybody that she was bringing her boyfriend. Not just a date, a boyfriend. So he just found out that it's actually, he would be playing the role of her boyfriend and not just a date, you know, like one date to the wedding. You know what I mean? So yeah. But yeah, I'm really liking it. So I can definitely see so far why everybody is loving this book. But I'm go. I get ready to go to bed because it's like 12:30, and by the time I take my garbage out of the room and brush my teeth and put the dogs out and bring them back in and all that kind of stuff, it's probably going to be like 1 o'clock. So I need to get some sleep. But yeah, tomorrow I'm definitely going to try to get as much as this read as I can, or later today, I mean, and as well as read some more in A Curse So Dark and Lonely. And I wrote out the prompts for Winterween that's coming, that Olivia Reads a Latte and Gabby from Gabby Reads does during each of the seasons. Yeah, I wrote down the prompts for that today, so now I'm going to start figuring out some of the books. I do have one book figured out, so so this will be like a sneak peek for what one of the books is going to be for the readathon. And that is going to be Ghost of Green Glass House by Kate Melford. I read the other one last year at Christmas time, Green Glass House, and I really loved it. And yeah, I'm not going to tell you what too much about it. I'm not going to tell you anything about it, or what prompt it's for. But you will find out when I do my TBR for that readathon. I don't know if I'm going to do a book for each prompt just because it's a week, and I don't think I'm going to get much more than like 2 or 3 books read in a week. Even though one of them is to read a novel, even though I don't know what I'm going to read for that. But this one is over 400 pages. This one is... Excuse me. Oh, brother, excuse me. Let's see. There's 452 pages in this, so... But usually middle grades only take me a couple days. I think it took me a couple days to read the first one. And I really, really loved it. I can't remember if I gave the first one a 4 or 5, but these are really good ones to read. Either at Christmas time or right after the Christmas time, just in the winter in general. Like this one is definitely a winter holiday. So I think it's I think it's during New Year's, so it'll be a good time to read it in January. So stay tuned for the actual TBR in a few weeks once I decide what I'm going to be reading. Yeah. So you can stay tuned for that. I think that readathon is from the 3rd to the 7th, or the 2nd to the 7th. I know it's like 5 or 7 days, so maybe the 9th. I think it's the 9th. I think it's the 3rd through the 9th. I'll tell you guys real quick. I'm not going to tell you what the prompts are, but I'm just giving you guys a little heads up. In case you guys are interested, then you could go and find Gabby or Olivia's thing for it. Both of their announcements are up, so Get my fingers to work. Yeah, it's the 3rd to the 9th, just in case you guys were curious. But yeah, I'm gonna let you guys go, and I will update you guys sometime later today. Okay, bye. Happy Tuesday evening, everybody. I am still reading The Spanish Love Deception by Elena Armas. I'm on 325 now. Chapter 20. And I'm going to do a spoilery part because this part is so... like, they're not even having sex in this part. And it's so steamy. Like, it was making me go, woo, baby. So, if you don't want to be spoiled for this part, then just know that I'm loving it. And it went from, like, right now, it went from a 4-star to a 6-star. We'll see how the rest of this is, because I'm all right here. I got this much left. So we'll see how that part is. But right now, it's 6 stars. That's all you guys got to know if you don't want to be spoiled. If you don't mind being spoiled for a certain scene, then you can stay. So he told her to close her eyes for a reason. So again, if you don't want to listen to we don't want to hear the spoiler, then bye. But yeah. So he says, would it make you feel better if I'd pretend a little longer, if that's what you need? Yes. He says something like, I don't think I'll be able to deny you a single thing if you ask Catalina. And then she's getting ready to open her eyes, and he said, no, don't open them yet. And then she closes them again, and he goes, good girl, keep them closed. We'll play this game a little longer for practice purpose. And then he goes, I can show you exactly what it would be like. He's talking about kissing. Them kissing. Okay, this is where I started, where I underlined it, or yeah, not underlined, highlighted and put a tab. He put down, if you were really mine, I'd do all this all the time. His long fingers wrapped around my hip and pushed me against him from the waist down. Hot. He felt so hot and hard, branded my skin, even with layers of fabric separating us. If you were mine, you'd crave this. He then closed the rest of the distance that separated us very slowly, bringing our bodies flush together with such softness and such a painful at such a painful pace that I praised and cursed him at the same time. You'd welcome this. You would want it. And wasn't I doing all of those things? Before I could devolve into that, Aaron's large body shifted and my back was against a hard surface. My hand traveled across it absently, the wardrobe. He was caging me against what felt like the wardrobe door, and I didn't know how we had ended up there. Not really, but he was pressing deliciously into me, sheltering me from the world around us, rooting me to the ground and sending my senses flying all at once. So I didn't care. Instead, my body craved more contact. It throbbed for more. If I were yours, I would not be capable of functioning without touching you. His words were made something in my chest constrict. I couldn't go a few minutes without doing this, he added, squeezing my waist with his hand and slipping his thumb below my sleeping shirt, robbing me of the following breath of something like this. Aaron stepped further into me, pressing his hips against mine. A helpless whimper left me. There's a little bit that I'm not going to read, and then it says his mouth stopped at my eyelids, still shut, and he held his lips above them for a second. It wasn't a kiss, it was more of a feather-light touch, and God, the soft brush of his lips alone was so sweet, so effing tender, that it made me want to weep. He continued down, stopping at my nose and repeating the soft caress. Then he did it again to my right cheek, my left cheek, my chin. Aaron left soft kisses everywhere. He stopped, turning me inside out. Pure, unfiltered need pulsed through my body with every inch of skin his lips traveled. And when they reached the corner of my mouth, I felt like I would denounce, how is that word? Like a bomb if he didn't touch me there too. If he didn't brush his lips over mine and kiss me. I put down smoking hot right there. Then there's a whole bunch of other stuff, and then they get interrupted because they hear someone coming or someone moving around, so they don't do anything else. And then he goes right here, Catalina. There it was again, not Lena, Catalina. I'm glad I didn't kiss you. Something halted in my chest. Why? The word was nothing more than a shaky whisper. Because when I finally take those lips in mine, it'll be the furthest thing from pretending. I will not be showing you what it would be like if you were mine. I'd show you what it is, and I sure in the hell won't be showing how good I can make you feel. If you call me yours, you'd already know that I am. He paused, and then I swore I could see the resistance in his posture, as if he was stopping himself from pouncing and returning us to our former position, right against the hard surface of the wardrobe door. When I finally kiss you, there won't be any doubt in your mind that it is real. I put down, wow, that sounds sexier than what just happened. You know, when he said that once he really kisses her, that's what I'm talking about. And I put down, I can't wait to find out. And I put down, it's going to be so freaking hot and sexy as hell. And then some hearts. So yeah, I'm really loving this book. Okay, into spoilers. Okay. I'm going to go back to reading. I will talk to you guys all later. Hey everybody, it's almost midnight. But I finished The Spanish Love Deception. And just like I said the last time that I thought it was going to be 6, I was right. Oh my gosh, look at this. Look at this. I loved it. Look at this. Look at all this. I just loved it. There's some passages that I didn't highlight that I want to go back and highlight. But I did highlight some of them. Like, look at that. Oh my gosh, it was so good. I was like, I gotta read this to find out why everybody is loving Aaron and wanted him to be their book boyfriend. I know Kevin, the Irish reader, loved this book, and he said he loved Aaron. So, I don't think Kevin watches this, but Kevin, if you ever watch this video, I agree. Oh my gosh, he's so hot, and I definitely understand why you really, really loved him. And it was so good, so steamy. That those couple of sex scenes that were in there, still my heart is that guy so like hot, and those sex scenes and just the way he talks about her. It's like, oh my gosh. He says, this is another spoiler if you don't like Karen, like certain quotes and stuff that they say about each other. But you know they're going to get together. So, yeah. But this is something, so if you don't want to listen, bye. Just know that I loved it. 6 stars. Okay, here we go. He says, you feel and taste like you're mine. I looked right into his eyes. I am. Just 2 words, 2 simple words that were used so often in casual conversations that they shouldn't have held much meaning, but they did. Those 2 ordinary words uttered in precise moment matters. I knew because Aaron's face lit up when with them, breaking into the most beautiful smile to date, burning down the last of my defenses. And as I stared into the blue of his eyes, watched those walls of mine collapse as if I hadn't spent all the time building them up. I repeated, crushing the last of the remains of the wreckage with my hands. Aaron kissed me, sealing those 2 words with his lips, adding a few more of his own. I'm going to prove to you that you are. Oh, just love him. But yeah, there's so many cute, funny parts in here. Then I love what he says about family. He talks about like he never had one. His mom died. She had cancer or something that she died, and then his dad's dying. So yeah. But anyways, he was talking about her family. So she goes. He said, "It's just that I've never had this. Not even your. It's just that I've never had that. Not ever. Your family is so," and she said, "messy, loud, kind of overstepping all the time." And then he goes, "They are, but in the best kind of way." He paused, his hand coming to the back of my head. I mean, long fingers brushed my hair down. The closest I ever come to that was when it was the 3 of us, and somehow I forgot what it was like. And then he goes, "Your family loves you, and that's a kind of bond you can't force. It's the kind of love one doesn't find anywhere else. It can be overwhelming, but that's only because it's always honest. And being part of that, even if only for a few days, means the world, more than you could ever know." His lips fell on my hair with a fierceness that hadn't been there before. I wasn't pretending, Catalina, not even for a minute. It was all real for me. That's why it meant so much. And then she said, "Aaron." Then he says, "So it's me, the one who's glad, the one who's effing relieved you took me and not someone else with you. I'm the one who's thankful." And then she goes, "You don't have to ever thank me for something like that, Aaron. You never have to." His chin fell on top of my head, and I felt his exhale on my hair. "I do, baby, I do." Like, just the way he talks to her. Oh my gosh. And I'll read one more thing that's spoily. Let me find it. But she says a lot of sweet things about him too. I just love these two. They're like so cute. I'm trying to find the one that I'm looking for. It's something that he says towards the end of this book. I like what she says here, though. "Aaron," I heard myself say, "let me be your rock. The hand that holds you. Your home." Aww. Then there's another part. "You blow my mind. My world. he breathed. Those ocean blue eyes captured my gaze like they never had before. When I least expect it, I find you ready to dynamite your way right into my heart. As if you haven't done that already. The grip of his fingers on my wrist tightened, pulling me to him. And I could feel the soft air leaving his mouth, falling on my lips. And if you haven't already dismantled me for anybody else, as if I wasn't at your mercy. Hope, warm and soft, hope fell on my shoulder. I have done all that you have, Nina. And then he says, with every smile you have done exactly that. I felt his lips brushing over mine, briefly, sending a shiver down my spine. With every single time you have been infatuatingly stubborn and impossibly beautiful all at once. He placed a kiss on the corner of my eyes. With every time you have shown the world how incredibly strong you are, even when you don't believe in yourself, or believe it yourself. A kiss on the tip of my nose. With all the ways your mind amazes and disturbs me in ways I've never understood and not ever tire of, or something like that. A kiss was brushed on my jaw, his line, then sweeping along until reaching my ear. And with every other unfathomable way, you have made me completely yours. Completely yours. Aww. I just think they're so cute. I'm not going to say anything else because that would be really spoily. But yeah, be still my heart. But this is going to be the end of this part of the reading vlog because this is going to be long. And I will start a new one in the morning. And I will let you know if I read Raven's Song or if I go back to reading A Curse So Dark and Lonely. So you guys will find out later. Talk to you guys in the next vlog.